know, I wanted to start it off and say big brr. But I was like, this is episode 6. That's going to be contradicting.
Hey, look, what's y'all rule best song, though?
He's got a lot of hits.
A lot of hits.
He's got a lot of hits.
Clap back, easy.
Yeah, I'll punch you.
It ain't clap back.
That was like one of his words.
Nah,
it was hot.
It's one of the R&B joints, easily.
Put It On Me.
Yeah.
It's always on time. It's
Always
between
on
that.
time.
Is he always on time? Put It On Me, or either
What would I mean?
Mesmerize.
He's the best karaoke rapper of all time.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
What's this joint he had with Ashanti?
Which one?
A lot of them.
What would I be without my baby?
That's not Ashanti.
That's Lil Mo.
That's Lil Mo?
Yeah. I put it on there.
Yeah, MJ listened to that today.
No,
I didn't tell you, I ain't gonna cap. Like, I should put my shit on shuffle and put it on me. That's what made me think about it. Yeah.
He's got a lot of hits though.
He'll if 50 and him went in a versus, he'll beat 50
easily,
and it might not even be close.
I'd say 15-5.
Yeah,
11-9 at best. Still Ja Rule favorite.
Yeah. That's only because he'll play like how Gucci played like the diss song. He'll play like Back Down. I'm like, what he gonna do?
He gonna smell I smell
pussy. Yeah.
It's all man.
That song not even that good. It's just a fact. Yeah.
It's just disrespectful.
Recipe.
So MJ, how was your Valentine's Day, man?
Yeah.
Ja Rule.
Rest in peace.
Oh.
And his last concert was at some
he
living room party.
He just did the Fire Festival a couple of years ago.
Nobody.
No, people went.
He went there.
The promoter weren't there, but
they went out there and it was goddamn beach chairs.
He looked swollen on that Greek Euro commercial. Y'all remember that? Anyway. Yeah, how was your Valentine's Day?
Alright, bro. Went to my mama's house.
On Valentine's Day? God damn, Jody.
You know what's wrong with you? You got an Oedipus complex. You want your mama to be your woman, but here, this is my woman.
This my woman.
Yeah, I ain't
that nigga Melvin a problem.
Went to my mama's house and washed clothes, came back.
On Valentine's Day?
We asked you first because we thought you did something.
Yeah.
You got all this fucking red on.
Yeah, we beefing. No, I'm just
Yeah, all right, what's up?
Cheesy. Chef Cheesy, I should say.
You feel me though?
Might I add.
That was the worst fucking cake.
Hey, look. Hey, that boy been a hot cake. I say that
nigga
size of his art.
Look, that nigga used his finger to. Now,
So
I like the thought.
I found
That's
out
all that
where I
matters.
went wrong. Apparently, when you ice in the cake, you gotta dip the knife in water to keep it smooth and consistent. You know, I'm learning, but I'm finna. So we got a
cake
layer.
spatula.
Yeah,
too.
we got a layer. Leave me alone.
He do this.
I got a grill spatula, but
that nigga trying to spin bread barbecue sauce. God damn.
Nigga, you baking cakes for real.
I Amazon Prime the layer cake pan
Okay.
for baking. I'm finna do something here in a minute.
Look, you posted that cake. I almost said delete this, bro.
You know what I'm talking
But
about?
I like the thought. That was very
She
sweet.
loved it. She loved it.
Yeah,
What I do? I cook. You know, she had I made ribs. I made ribs and I made jerk chicken. Made some cabbage.
You should have invited me.
Cornbread. No, cabbage.
She would have gave him some.
Yeah.
For the funky ribs. Let me stop.
Like we set up a little. She set up a fort in the living room. It was pretty cool.
That's fire.
And
For real?
yeah.
That's fire.
Then we ate cake.
The
And
cake
drank wine.
Drink wine. Okay.
That's cute.
What kind of wine?
Whatever, Stella Rosa.
Okay.
And then this other cupcake.
I just didn't know.
I
If it was
drink
like
from
red
the bottom.
wine or sweet.
No. Well, it was cool, man. We exchanged gifts. She gave me socks and drawers. But I was saying I needed that shit, so she gave it to me. A bunch of candy.
She get you white, bro.
Nah, she gave me white socks.
Shouldn't have did that either.
Yeah, I mean, it's a gamble, but I think socks was better being white. and she got me like some sweats, and she created this like basket out of picture frames. It's pretty cool with like pictures of us and basket.
Oh,
yeah, it was dope. Yeah, so
that's very process. Ain't like I ain't creative.
I ain't either.
Here's a gift card.
Yeah. Or either like I'll just buy some nice shit.
Yeah.
I gave her 2 pocketbooks. Stuffed them with candy. That's what she
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Talking about getting a new bag, and I went and got her a little Birkin.
That was that Birkin sent you back.
And Burnett's bag, huh?
Target.
That's still expensive.
Yeah.
Target, the Clarence collection.
Women love Target.
Yeah.
Clarence NYC.
What your life was like?
So on the actual day, we didn't do too much, man. I was under the weather the entire weekend. So we just ordered takeout.
Yeah, the vid.
Nah, man, just
Drewski said COVID. COVID.
Nah, I just had a cold, man. Nah, we ordered Chinese takeout and we exchanged gifts, man. She got me a vinyl record player, which I had been looking at one for a minute. Then she got me Marvin Gaye's Greatest Hits, loved it. Bob Marley Greatest Hits, classic. And then got me J. Cole's Force Hill.
Oh, that's dope.
2014. Like, was it
2014 Force Hill?
Yeah. She got me that. So then I got her the pot and pan set that she been looking at.
Was it cast iron?
You know what?
Nah, but it was non-stick.
You smart, because you telling her to cook more.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not what I'm
And
saying.
wise man once told me you never have to buy a woman a watch as long as there's a stove in the house that tells time. And that stuck with me ever since. I bought 3 watches.
That's why you cook more.
As long as
Let it cook.
So I wanted to save Justin for last because I know that.
it's extravagant.
Well,
I went to work and I came home.
It's gonna be a 10-minute segment and 2-minute increments. Talk to us about the first one.
The dating game.
Take it away.
The dating game.
So on Valentine's Day, I went to work and then I came home. I jacked and then I went to sleep. The fuck? Like, what you mean? What did I do? The fuck? I had to work that day.
This dude talking about he FaceTimed me talking about something. Which girlfriend you with tonight? I said, bruh.
I was trying to ruin niggas' nights that night.
I put the camera on Blake. I said, this the one.
Yeah, like he ruined my joke. I was like, oh damn, hey Blake. Did you? She's so damn sweet. Happy Valentine's Day. Like yeah, like so I was trying to I was being a dick on Valentine's Day. I was gonna call you Nick, but it got too late. So. And plus I ain't feel like arguing with Jelena. I can't FaceTime you.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, you gonna have to
Facebook.
Yes.
Now I gotta do Facebook Messenger. Yeah, but now, I don't think I didn't participate last year either. Did I?
I don't know. You could have had 11 girlfriends.
You what do you always say?
I only know single Justin.
Exactly. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this my lady.
He's so damn contradictory.
This my lady.
Yeah.
Hey.
Still single.
Nah, yeah. I mean, yeah.
This was a very chill Valentine's Day, man. I enjoyed it though.
It's kind of hard when you can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Like,
that forces you to be a little bit more creative than usually.
A little more loving, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to show it now.
Yeah.
You can't just like do it. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, we're gonna take her to Ruth Chris. That should be good enough.
Yeah.
Nah, you gotta show that shit.
You gotta get creative.
Pamper your bitch.
So Russell.
Yeah.
We were
You
talking
think
about
Russell, what's his name?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Smith called his lady
Russell
a
Smith.
bitch.
You know what? No.
on the field.
He might be the lamest nigga I know.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, easily.
Please elaborate.
No, I mean just as a person. I don't know
Okay,
him.
okay.
Like, not for what he said. No, but I'm just saying I just think he lame.
Okay.
I met him before.
Did he seem cool to you?
He was
Exactly.
he was the high school jock in college. So like the typical teenage movies guy, popular guy. That's how he acts.
Plus he a white man.
Yeah.
You.
I'm more like I'm more black. He more white. That makes sense.
Yeah.
He took after the white side, and they got vitiligo. they all look like B out and milk.
Somebody said this nigga was laying down in a puddle of goat.
That boy was laid.
Well, look, one of them he had the little shit on. Yeah, I'm gonna get him on
Talking about my cup running over. Leave me the fuck alone.
like,
That's a lot of wasted milk.
Yeah, it almost went over the edge. You better get your big ass out there too. You ain't made for that.
I know that ring was thick. Boy.
Well, brother, what you do?
Hey, now,
You had a plan.
So what was the controversy regarding Russell Wilson? Like, what did he say? Or
He said, and I quote, he said his biggest fear in life is losing his woman. Mind you, I think this is a sports interview.
okay,
And he said, my biggest fear in life is losing Sierra.
that's love.
Yeah.
He cared more about losing Sierra than he cared about losing his life. That's love right there.
I don't know if he went that deep.
Yeah.
He said that was the biggest thing, the biggest fear that he had.
Well, he ain't scared to die.
White people ain't never scared.
You know, I just what makes me fuck with him, man, is because like you could just sense how genuine he's being at all times. Like he ain't doing it for the clout. He ain't
he's
doing it for
very
show. Cause
genuine,
you know, Russell Wilson, he ain't stupid. Like he see like people picking on them niggas, calling him a loser, like
A
Justin.
simp.
You know,
I'm not calling him a loser because of that, though.
he's just saying he don't listen to Future, so he kind of lame.
You think? So here, can I bring up something though? So one of the people I've seen hating on Russell, they kind of had a point, but they didn't. They was like,
Depends on who it is. It's probably more dent than they had a point.
so the issue was they said the issue they had with it is because Sierra's a typical woman who wanted a bad boy, but when the bad boy kept doing her wrong, she went to the safe guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where, and they was like, he's getting played. I'm like, I don't necessarily think he's getting played. He just won.
Mm-hmm.
He won.
Nah, I don't think he's getting.
Maybe Sierra thought that's what she wanted and realized
That's not
what she
it,
wanted,
yeah.
and maybe she's chasing the wrong kind of guys. And
Exactly.
she found her one that adores her clearly. You know what I mean? Like is fully invested in her. I mean, and she feels love, bro.
But I think a lot of women are like that. They start off wanting that bad guy or the guy that really ain't no good for them, and then after so many times getting fucked over,
Most good guys ugly.
Yeah. But they want me and they end up with you, yeah.
Justin, you turned out a lot of wives and girlfriends.
I do. Because I'm Future.
Justin Sloppy Seconds is a great wife
Yeah.
or girlfriend.
It's a fact.
This is
They end up pregnant or engaged, yeah.
While you was in Germany, but we went down this list and
They all happy.
they all happy without him.
So maybe I just gotta keep dogging them the rest of I'm playing.
keep making great wives.
Yeah, but on a serious note though, but like
do what God put you on.
God put me on this earth to make great wives.
Exactly.
But I really do feel like genuinely Russell loves that woman and he genuinely wants to be with her.
There's no doubt.
It's not a typical celebrity relationship.
I feel like we can write down the names of anybody or any nigga that's saying something negative about that, and there's probably one underlying factor amongst all of them. You know what I mean? There's like one common denominator amongst all these niggas. We're like
they broke.
Probably.
They probably broke. They probably got baby mamas.
But
and they baby mama fucking somebody else.
I seen the post. What do broke niggas always have?
George.
Something to say.
Time.
The nerve.
Audacity.
The nerve. Yeah.
Audacity. Yeah.
Like
what defines a broke nigga? Let's break that.
Because like technically,
I'm broke.
I'm broke.
If you seen that financial chart Lil Baby posted, and it said to be classified as poor, your net worth has to be between something and $500K. Like, what's 3 notches? What's 4 notches below that? Because clearly I'm below the
we living bad.
Yeah.
But
super poor.
But the thing is, like, my bank account might show low, but my bills are paid.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, cause if I only got $22.60 in my account, but I got $1,500 in stock options, and I got $25,000 in home equity, you know, am I broke?
I think it's more of a liquid thing. Like, do you have access to that money right now?
I think that's...
Why he just shit on me, for?
So?
Why he shit on me like that? Hey, fuck you. MJ is right. Like, they're talking more about
right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But here's my
you
thing.
Go to your ATM.
Or do you have?
But here's my
thing.
Jay-Z might be worth, let's say, $3 billion. It's probably less than that. But let's say Jay-Z worth $3 billion. Do you actually believe he has that $3 billion in the bank right now to pull out?
No.
That's so to me it's the same thing. How can you say I'm broke because I might have only $25 to my name to my next paycheck, but I have money in stock options, I have home equity, you know, like.
But we also talking about niggas.
You gotta think that's a. And it goes back to the initial question: what do you mean by broke?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
having $25 in your account, but having $1,500 in stocks or other investments, you're a different type of broke than the nigga that got $25 in account and not shit to show.
60 pair of Jordans in the class.
Exactly. And
he rich.
Yeah,
that's technically stock options.
Yeah, and he sell them.
Those collect value.
But like that interview I sent to y'all today.
Yeah, we did watch it.
Yeah, the dude was like, "How you buy 60 pair of Jordans and not invest in Nike when you could have invested that money?"
Investment though?
Huh?
Is that not an investment?
Technically,
it's not. You're right. It's not.
The way sneakers is, because like being a sneakerhead is actually. You remember when we was in college and like being a sneakerhead was like, you could really buy a shoe and sell it for like probably like $100 profit. Yeah. It's back like that now. And
but I think what he was saying was at one point during this pandemic, Nike went down to like $90 a share. So instead of buying a pair of Jordans that's $220, shit, you could buy at least 2 shares of Nike, and we all know this shit is gonna shoot back up, and you can have Nike paying for the Jordans or whatever that you want to get.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
Okay.
I mean,
he give us our stock tips. We need to listen.
I'm just looking at it from a wider scope. Like, an investment is an investment, no matter how you choose to invest. Because you gotta think, there's one main characteristic with every investment. There's some kind of risk involved. Right. So yeah, the buying the sneakers, the dead stocks or whatever in anticipation of flipping them, there's going to be a risk with that, right, just as much as buying a stock or buying stocks in Nike, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's risk involved in that too. Who is to say that Nike stock is going to go up? Well, yeah, you look at the charts, you look at the behavior and the mannerisms of what happens. Yeah, but
not even the charts. You just look at niggas. Niggas is gonna buy Nike.
Yeah.
Whether it's socks,
diamond tee.
Yeah, like Offset said, he brought Nike back. You know what I mean?
Offset need to. Yeah,
he'll sit his ass down.
Yeah, please.
I thought he would do.
Nah, let's take
Culture 3 coming.
Is it really? It's supposed to been came.
Yeah, it was
like certified level
last year, but they had
Fuck certified level boy.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Either way, Russell ain't bad. I applaud the nigga. Love your black queen the way you want to, black king or whatever y'all niggas be saying.
Yeah. Totally off subject.
Or leave her.
Would you rather another Drake and Future compilation album?
There's one word
that'll fuck you up.
That fucks you hard.
That nigga said.
Volunteer.
Yeah, he said.
Or Drake and Travis joint.
Combination dinner.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I'm taking Drake and Future easily.
What? Over Drake and Travis?
Yeah.
What made you even want to get
a Drake? I don't want a Drake.
I mean, the Drake and
I don't want it.
Right there, D Black.
Drake and
he don't deserve Drake.
Travis? Drake and Travis.
The production is gonna be way better than that.
But then he gonna try to rap.
You didn't like Sicko Mode?
No. But I did. I did. I like that album.
Drake didn't have a whole lot in that song though, if y'all know.
He did.
But to be real with you, he set the song off twice.
He did.
Like the song wouldn't be what it is if it weren't for Drake. Because when it came on, Drake gave us that first little 30 seconds. Like, sun is down, fire. Then when the beat dropped again, he set the song off again. You know what I mean?
I just think Travis.
You shouldn't have asked that question.
You don't think that's a good question?
No.
Why are you in the mood to fight?
We literally said we thought about jumping y'all.
That's a solid question, man.
No, it's not.
I don't think Travis deserves it.
No, it's not.
So the only feature is deserving of it.
No, I mean it's more people, but Travis just not one of them.
Who?
Shit.
Who else?
I'd take
him and Raw shit that was supposed to come out.
I'd take a Drake and Young Blue album. Yeah. That Drake and Young Blue fire,
bro. Travis Scott production is gonna be
okay,
81.
and I'll just listen to Travis Scott with with a remix of Justin Bieber or some shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with that.
I really don't get niggas' obsession with Travis Scott.
He's cool.
Now he's cool, but I don't get the
That's
obsession.
white people's obsession with him.
Yeah,
they're keeping him afloat.
And I think because they do heroin. He got
and
a lot of
ecstasy. He make music for them to go to that fucking rave and pop ecstasy and
because a lot of colors at his concert.
Yeah, that nigga brought a Ferris. He brought a Ferris wheel to PNC Arena.
Yeah, that's the type of shit he on.
Good.
Like
He
makes
that's some Lady Gaga shit, nigga. Like that. He got the same fans as Lady Gaga.
Yeah, same bitch.
Y'all disrespectful, man.
Same shit.
MJ, have you ever had a Cash App request or a Cash App sent to you that wasn't supposed to be meant for you?
No, but it's a daily prayer.
Thanks. I like how much you pray for.
Like this 50,000 come through.
Woo.
Bro.
How much money do you really have to have that you can accidentally send
right
50 grand?
Because I'm looking, I've got the
Can you even send that much through cash?
I think it's 5.
I think it's 5. But either way,
I got to authorize twice before my joint even go through.
Should I go check my account before I send it?
You
I did it
probably-
today. I only sent you 25.
MJ is spending $15 to get a fraud alert. They're gonna be like, no way this year.
And the bad part is 20.
Yeah.
He been with Citizens Trust.
No, look, listen. Like I said, I sent you 25 earlier, and I checked my account before I sent it, just to be safe.
I sent you 25, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't care how much I can have 3,000 in my account and have to see you 25, and I'm still gonna check my account before I send it.
So Citibank mistakenly wired. Was it another company or was it an individual?
An individual.
I think it was an individual.
$500K?
500 million.
500 million.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah. And they tried to get it back, and the person said, nope, not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it?
And so they took it to court, and the judge was like,
slow.
yeah.
Listen, that's better than the Powerball right there.
Yeah.
That
all they gotta do, depending on what kind of account it went to, all they gotta do is pull like $5 million out, and just let the rest accrue that bullshit fucking interest. That's still gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
What a standard checking account gives you 0.001.
But I'm surprised, like
0.005.
I'm surprised the IRS or nobody like that actually flagged that transaction.
It was somebody that was about to quit.
I'm sure there's some technicalities behind it.
It was somebody that was about to quit. It's like, I'm gonna show y'all.
Probably they fat fingered one number.
Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think most banks have to do like some type of report if you have a transaction
over 10 grand.
Over 10 grand, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even if let's say you would have bring, because I was in banking.
Yeah.
If you come deposit $10,001, it's a whole little report I got.
Yeah, that's
they used to piss me off.
The suspicious activity.
When I worked for Geico, I remember talking to you about it before. I used to hate customers where their fucking banks were state employees. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I would cut them the total loss settlement check, $12 grand. Here you go. And then they talking about I need an extension on the rental because the bank is freezing the funds for a few days.
For 7 days.
And be like, that's your problem.
And what's
you
crazy,
chose that bank.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is like when I was in banking, like if I saw it, no matter, because like I think like with me being a manager, I had a clearance of like 15 grand where I could clear a check without anybody's like approval. So if I saw $12,000, okay, I'm gonna go look around. But if I look in the system and I see 600 checks just like this with a sequential like check number, I'm gonna approve it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold like one guy won, I think it was 150 grand in the lottery. So after taxes, I think he brought home 104. He was pissed off because he brought it to the bank and we couldn't clear it right away. Which in actuality, he's right. We have to clear it right there. It's just nobody at the bank had the clearance to clear a check that big. So we had to call like the president of the region to be able to even clear it. But like it's just money is fickle. So I'm willing to bet like with the FDIC, for them coming from a bank to an individual, they probably didn't have to clear it. But if it would have been the other way around, it would have been a bigger, or like from person to person, it would have been a bigger deal. But coming from the bank to a person, they want nothing for them to stop.
I was going to ask, is it worse, or is it really not a difference with dealing with a bank versus like a credit union?
You get better looks as a credit union.
Okay.
So the credit union's main goal is to not make any money during the year. So I think if I'm not mistaken, they can only make $1 during the year for the whole year.
Oh shit.
So basically, you can get a loan way easier at a credit union than you will at a banking institution, because the banking institution they're built to make money.
Okay.
So a credit union is gonna do what they can to help you because they got money to play with.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Cool, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nah, Rob, fuck them niggas.
So
That's right.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Y'all seen that yet?
You look like Jaundice. What's his name? Daniel. What's his name?
Julio.
Yeah. What's his name?
So why y'all keep calling him Jaundice?
His eyes yellow.
Michael Jordan yellow.
Yeah, that nigga got kidney failure. Like, that boy piss building up in his eyes. The fuck? That boy gotta pee. That boy gotta pee.
Nah, for real.
That boy yellow. That nigga, and it don't help that he black.
You can kill the revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution.
Mm-hmm.
I say, go off, bitch.
They killed it though.
Chill.
They killed it.
Chill, bro. Nah, that's a solid movie.
Hey,
I mean, Rotten Tomato, you know,
What'd they give it?
7 out of 10 would not recommend. I give it a 8.5, 9 out of 10.
I gave it a 10.
You watch it again.
I give it.
I mean, I will have to watch it again.
Hey,
I plan.
I want to watch it again.
that brother William O'Neal was a smooth man, bro.
Cause bro, the way he flip flop during that whole movie, like, cause he was for the Panthers. Like you can tell he bought into the ideology of.
Yeah.
It was fucking with him.
When they started shooting at the police and the police started shooting back, he was like, "I am not with
He
this
said,
shit. I'm going to the roof.
Let me check the roof.
Yeah, that's the part that pissed me off the most because I knew what was coming. Cause he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go do it for the roof. I can get a better view from there." I knew he was just leaving them out
My
to dry.
thought was
sniper.
Yeah,
I was like, how the fuck he get out of the back? You would think that the police would have had the whole goddamn block surrounded.
And that's why I kind of gave it a 9. Some parts of it is like, I mean,
but it's also the '60s. Then like you gotta understand like
11 cops.
Police ain't had no tactics back then. Nigga.
Cause
Found a nigga, beat a nigga.
First of all, if I'm a cop and somebody throw a window up and go shh with a 12 gauge, I seen all of them run around the cars and draw their weapon and not fire a single shot.
But we're also talking about, like I said, the '60s. At that point, we're talking about 60. How old he is? How many? That many years. So I think that period of time is what made cops the way they are now.
What y'all do when Fred Hammond died?
I don't know.
Now he still make music, though.
Yeah, he made.
We're not doing. I don't play.
All against me. That's not the same nigga.
I'll fight all three. Don't not disrespect. Fred Hampton. Fuck Fred Hampton.
What damn?
Man of God?
Yeah, what do you do?
No,
Like, I put him up there with Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson pray now.
Like, Fred Hampton is a fat Russell Wilson, you know what I mean?
Right? He heavy dude that do gospel. That's all that is.
That's a good comparison. That's a real good.
Now that we found love, what up?
Hey,
anyway, back to
for real, on the Judas and the Messiah shit, that white dude, he played a great role.
Somebody nigga from Like Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always plays some fuck nigga shit.
Yeah, he do.
And he's just so soothing.
And he's so ugly.
He's in that movie Game Night. Yeah,
but the crazy thing
ass
is,
neighbor.
the crazy thing is, in the movie, you can tell that originally starting out, like, he won't for the shit. Like, he was like, what are you, when he was talking to J. Edgar Hoover or whoever, he was like, what do you mean, sir? Like, what does this have to do with anything that we got going on? And he just brought, the same way William O'Neill, brought it to the Black Panther shit, he kind of brought it to the idea of
COINTELPRO.
Absolutely.
Do y'all know, like, the whole, because COINTELPRO lasted for a long time. Like, they have shit on Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. And anybody who had any issue where they felt like it was a threat to America, they had basically sex tapes with Martin Luther King Jr. Because that's how deep they were into, their lives. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, bro. And like, I heard somebody say, like, they didn't kill Martin Luther King Jr. because he had a dream. They killed him because he woke up. Mm-hmm. Like, he tried to put everything that he was saying into motion. And when that started happening, it was like, yeah, we gotta get rid of this shit.
Same thing with Fred Hampton. He made trailer park trash buy into him.
Right.
That boy can sell water to a well.
Mexicans, other black gangs.
Yeah, like he could. So he had the gangster disciples. He had Larry. He was talking to Larry Hoover.
Big meat.
So. So it was crazy because when he walked into the building, when he walked into the building with the crowns, I was like, "Oh, this movie about to be over quick."
Yeah,
because the crowns looked like they was
not ready to play.
Yeah, he was like, "We feed 3,000." He was like, "And it still don't matter to what we do." You know what I mean? He was like, "Well, think about what we can do together."
Like that nigga was not trying to hear his shit at first.
He had the gift of gab, bro.
And that's not gift of gab.
I wouldn't say the gift of gab, but he had a unique ability to unite people of different races, cultures, backgrounds.
When he watched that white shit, I was like,
I said, "This it.
Yeah.
It had a Confederate flag up there, and then the little gay boy from Moonlight got to talking crazy. You know what I'm talking about? The nigga from the Wu-Tang story.
Yeah.
The one that got shot in the store. Yeah, he got to talking crazy like about the little flag, and they was like, look, that's just part of our Southern heritage. He was like, nah, that's about my cousin hanging from a tree in Tennessee.
Well, you can tell Brian going there on that type of time.
Yeah.
He went in there to let him know, look, we are the fucking same, bro.
Yep.
Just like y'all struggling, y'all can't make ends meet. You feel as if the government ain't putting things in positions for you to better your community and yourself. That's how us niggas feel.
Yep.
Why not? We're not saying let's conjoin and become best friends, but why not, go against the fucking oppressors together?
Yeah.
You get what you want, we get what we want, we go our separate fucking ways.
So I read up on all the groups today, the three main groups they had with the white people and the Puerto Ricans. So all three of them, so of course we know about the Black Panther, but the Puerto Ricans and the white people, they were pissed off at the government for basically living in poverty and them not basically denying them, the same thing. So all of them were all for equality. You talking about young Puerto Ricans in Chicago can't get away in the 60s because think about it, we're all still oppressed 60 years later.
Yeah.
But you're talking about the 60s, and then you're talking about white people who moved from the South up to Chicago thinking they won't get a better life, which was stupid.
Yeah.
Very stupid.
I don't think
they got the
better
life
in Chicago.
Yeah,
I just can't see Chicago being a destination.
Chicago is nice.
But I'm just saying, nice. Why would you go to a higher cost of living and almost die? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. But yeah, so for Fred Hampton to basically look out and say, hey, these people are, even though they're a different color of us, are just like us, and we can unite these, that scared the fuck out of them, the government.
Absolutely. Rainbow Coalition.
And he told him, he said, look, he said, I am a revolutionary. Man, look.
That when the part came, of his assassination, I was just like, bruh.
Did you know what was gonna happen before he did it?
Wow. Like I said, I heard of his name before, but never knew the story.
So I heard Murder in America, from Watch the Throne.
Yeah, where Jay-Z said
he was born on the day Frank Hampton died.
Yeah.
So that made me look it up like years ago. So I knew what was gonna happen. So I knew the whole story and how everything was gonna happen, but I just wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
So just like the little nigga from he used to be on Geico, but he was on like that weird movie that the nigga from Atlanta was in, where like they was like doing like calls and some shit.
Yeah.
The nigga that got shot when they first got to the house.
Gotcha.
So when I saw him, I said, "Oh, it's about to go down."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, the nigga drugged him and then they shot him twice in the head while he was asleep.
Yeah.
And that's the exact thing, same thing you heard in the background. It's the same thing they said in real life.
While his wife was still in the house.
Mm-hmm.
All of them were still in the house, but
99 shots, only one came from them.
And that was the first nigga, right?
And that's because he got shot and it shot in the air. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like
he had his finger on the trigger.
He had his finger on the trigger, so when he got shot through the door, it hit the ceiling. But 98 other shots came from the police. Y'all see the one nigga got shot all in his knees and told him to stand up?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nigga, his knees is bloody as fuck. Stand up! I'm trying. I'm shot. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they ain't respect us. That's why I want to join the Black Panthers.
It's still.
I'll call Fred Hampton Jr. right fucking now. Y'all keep fucking with me. Shit. A revolutionary.
Nah, that was a good movie, man. I'm gonna watch it again.
Yeah, me too.
Watch it again for sure. But what that movie did for me, though, if I'm being honest, it does like open your eyes to like the history that we don't know.
Exactly.
There's just so much history that was eliminated from our learning growing up. Why the fuck are we not very well versed to speak on Fred Hampton?
What's the first and this is me being like, so you moved to the States, you said you was like 14, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you first learn Black history? Like, extensively?
So,
outside of your own research? College?
10th grade. Well, a little bit. We dabbled on it here and there, but not extensively. But if I have to be 100% honest with you, a lot of it came from self-teaching,
right?
Reading and just like.
And the crazy part is like, I remember growing up in school and learning and hearing about Martin Luther King Jr., but I really don't remember them talking much about Malcolm X.
Were you in any school plays?
Yeah, he was.
They were the color purple.
I just feel like they use you as a slave. Like, stand over.
I was about to say raisin in the sun, but
you was the raisin.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm about to say, definitely want this motherfucker here.
I'm a prune.
Nah, they motherfuckers, man, I can't think of that. You're a pomegranate.
Yeah.
But no, what's the first time you learned Black history? Like I said, extensively, outside of stuff that you did not look up yourself.
It's all looked up.
I would say
it's all looked up, right?
Yeah. I would say like I did start learning this stuff, learning Black history at an early age, only because
your dad was a Black Panther.
Now my guy dad, he was like very like pro-Black, you know what I mean? So he had me reading about Sojourner Truth at an early age, and stuff like that. But actually in the school system, I would say it probably wasn't until like middle school, and that's only because
we had Martin Luther King Day off from school.
And I feel like even throughout school, they only taught us the basics. They taught us Martin Luther King,
and they
Harriet Tubman, and
all people that don't like shake up the system.
Yeah, and I think I remember in 7th grade, lady named Miss Madden, I applauded, white lady. Mm-hmm. She taught us about apartheid and Nelson Mandela and Desmond Tutu and all that, and
and that was probably social studies class.
Yeah, it was social studies, and I think she went out of her way to teach because I don't think that was a part of the curriculum for it. Yeah.
So I got a question for y'all. How do you guys feel about the school system now trying to implement like trying to have teachers, like every teacher come up with a Black History Month project for their students? I think in North Carolina, and I don't get if I'm wrong, let me know. But I think I'm not gonna say it's mandated, but it is encouraged. By the Division of Inclusiveness and Diversity, that these schools are now implementing these Black History programs and projects and all the shit to promote the learning.
Why don't they just
Black history
implement it in the regular
and the curriculum all together?
Like you tell us, hey, Martin Luther King did this. What was Malcolm X doing at the same time?
But here's my thing. Here's my thing. Like, there's enough Black history where you could teach it throughout the school year.
Yeah, that could be a course on
versus only
instead of it being Black history, make it a part of history. Because we had African American history as a class for one semester when I was in high school. A mixed woman taught it, but when I say mixed, I mean Russell Wilson mixed. She was more white than she was Black. And then she fucked the student, got fired. And then basically the rest of the semester was us watching Black movies.
He told, didn't he?
The nigga? Of course. Yeah.
He is lame.
Yeah, he lame as fuck. But that's what I'm saying. So, like, but even before then,
Is she worth it? Yeah.
I mean, I'd fuck at 17, 18.
My was in her 30s, late 20s, mid 20s?
She was probably mid 20s.
Okay, just got out of college.
Yeah, she was shaped like me, though. Like me now. Not me back then, because back then I was skinny, kind of, you know what I mean? But now, but my thing is, even before then, I really can't tell you what I learned before that, with her, because even like looking back, I'm like, what could I have learned from her anyway?
Even segregation was dumbed down.
Exactly.
Yeah. They show that same water fountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
That same little.
Talk to you about Brown versus Board of Education.
Yeah. And it like, so where you're from, and I felt like it's basically where you're from is a staple of racism.
I'm a
Black
transit
history.
town. Yeah, I'm a transit town.
Same thing with Elizabeth City where we grew up. Yeah, you are a transit. But Elizabeth City was a transit town too. Yeah. And I do applaud also my what's the little history teacher, Reverend Foster?
Yep.
Most of my history shit that year, that semester for him, was all Black history.
Mm-hmm.
And I do applaud him for that because I just felt like that was like the first time I probably learned Black history extensively outside of
Googling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like now I just randomly go look up shit out here in songs.
But it's just like one of our friends posted on Facebook this week that Harriet Tubman was actually married to a slave that was from Elizabeth City.
Yeah.
And she didn't know about that prior to, you know what I mean? She's from Elizabeth City and didn't know that. You know what I mean? It wasn't until later on that she, in life that she learned that. I'm like, bruh, this shit is terrible, man. Like,
if you need a Black history teacher, Dr. Umar Johnson.
Fuck that school, man. Like, no cap. But back to what you were saying, I feel like this is just them trying to make up for George Floyd and that whole, situation. They're trying to include us now because of everything that's going on in the world. And I don't think that's fair for them.
Speaking of George Floyd, police department, I want to say in LA maybe, somewhere in California. Yeah, Valentine's card is talking about you taking my breath away.
With George Floyd?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What's wrong with you? Cause I'll take your breath away, motherfucker. I'm gonna the meanest chokehold, nigga. But now that like,
all right. So I want to pose it to y'all from a. You gotta admit, as a group, we probably have dark humor.
Yeah.
The humor is dark. It's wrong. 100% wrong.
Mm-hmm. But we talking about the LAPD. We know where they're.
That's the
the
worst kind of
PD.
They sent pictures of Kobe in the helicopter on fire.
Nah, see.
And at the sheriff department.
But that's the sheriff department. Yeah. But LAPD, that's Rodney King.
LAPD and NYPD, the worst two police departments in America.
Yeah.
Right behind Elizabeth.
You also got to think they probably deal with the most in America.
They do.
But gang culture grew up there. Yeah. And as it should be.
Black. How do you feel like you would as a cop, being a former police officer.
I wouldn't be for this.
Informant.
In one of those, and not necessarily. I'm not gonna say.
I'm sorry.
As a former informant.
I'm not gonna say in
Shark City, watch out.
everywhere has crime, right? Everywhere is crime, but I would say in the higher foot traffic areas such as LA or New York City, where if it's their highest foot traffic, the probability of a crime occurring is higher and more often. Wouldn't you be a little bit more on edge, versus how you were in Norfolk?
Yeah, I would be.
Which means how you respond to more situations will change.
So, absolutely. But at the same time, I feel like with those bigger metro areas, they have more cops, and those cops have a district, have a precinct, or a certain area of responsibility that they have. So, like, to me, it's on them to get to know the people in their area. You know what I mean? It's on them to get to know their area. So I understand, yes, in those higher crime areas, like, you're going to be more on alert, but at the same time, it's not like a cop in Harlem isn't patrolling all of fucking Harlem. They probably got a couple blocks that they're responsible for. So fucking get to know those people on those blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my take on it, though. Like,
Cause you ain't gonna just throw a nigga out here selling dime bags away just because they probably, more likely if you threw him in the back of your car, it's because of something else he did.
yeah.
Cause you probably let him sell his little dime bag. I mean, that shit ain't hurt nobody.
So it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Or it's a waste of main
for a
time.
down bag.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Man, give me the stuff. Go on about your way.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they gonna tell you who they getting the shit from.
Yeah.
Cause they don't want to go to jail.
But my thing is like, look, just don't even tell me who you get it from. Just stop selling in front of me. I'm here, nigga. Like, so with you being like a job where you run places, so like a lot of times, and then you also work at a job where motherfuckers steal from you. So you probably, do you trust the police to come and help you?
No.
You
Because
really don't?
I know when I call them, it's going to be at least 40 minutes. So I'd just rather, hey, man.
Why?
I know
Why
it's
is the
gonna be-
response time so? Because you sound black.
No, because of where I'm at.
Yeah, he don't got it.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
shit, when we got
Traffic,
robbed,
what is it?
yeah, when we got robbed, it took them 2 hours to get there, and we in North Hills. You would think they would have
Yeah.
ran there.
But I'm not sure if the area PD is shorthanded right now or not. But I know they don't come
I
to me.
just think Raleigh is really tired of us.
Yeah.
The Raleigh PD.
Yeah.
Because like,
If you inside
But they
the
keep
belt
going
line,
and doing dumb shit too.
yeah.
You inside the belt line, you might as well get ready to wait. Now, you been in North Hills, I don't know why it took them so long to be out.
I think what happened was we called them like, look, we just got robbed. They still there? No. All right, man.
Yeah.
Cause they just knew they had to come do a police report.
Yeah.
Basically. The little gay boy was traumatized. So he should have heard. They're like,
Yeah.
but he white and gay. You know, those are the 2 most protected people in the world. No disrespect. I'm just being honest. Like,
Yeah. It's our last episode. Season 3.
Oh man.
but now, like, the police are just tired of us.
Yeah, I know my wait is gonna be long, and then when I get there, they're gonna ask me 100 questions.
That they gonna they.
All right, look, man, don't even arrest him or look for him. Just here's what he looked like. You see him, tell him not to come back. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for.
Because you work in retail, they teach us don't get in the way,
Yeah.
let them leave.
Yeah.
What the fuck, like? Yeah, but then the job wants you to file a report and call the police.
Yeah.
For
For
why?
what?
And that's why I never understood, even though I didn't complain, I never understood why Harris Teeter paid me $30 an hour to do security for them, because it's like
They don't even want you to stop him.
look,
You are just
no,
you are just
honestly,
a figure
if,
in
like,
there.
like
You were
they,
deterred.
if they
Deterred,
yeah,
that's it.
and if they caught somebody in there stealing, they would just want the property back, and they wouldn't want to press charges.
Yeah.
The most they would do would ask me to
Ban him from the store.
do a
Trespassing.
trespassing letter,
Yeah.
saying that they couldn't come back in the
You-
store. But
you-
even if they did come back to the
you
store,
stood
they were
up front.
prosecuted. Yes, they're right there in the front.
That's it.
I mean, if
The
I
whole
if
day.
I go, and it's usually at night.
You there for 2 reasons.
on the weekends it was pretty much all day. So like we'll have 2 or 3 different shifts.
Cause I go to that Harris Teeter and the little sliding door open up, and I see y'all, I'll be like, never mind, they got a roach in.
There's a Boston butt at the
You only there to make sure, 1, nobody go in that safe,
Yeah.
and 2, if they steal.
Yeah, because at night,
see the grocery man.
At night, I used to have to escort the pharmacist
Mm-hmm.
down because like, the pharmacy was upstairs. Like this Harris Teeter had an upstairs and downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So like at night, I had to escort the pharmacist and
fucking starfish
take downstairs and shit. So,
Yeah.
and when they made these drops and shit. So
Yeah. Cause they're gonna,
I didn't call you a roach like 5 minutes ago, bro. He's just gonna let it ride.
bro, I'm just trying to get through that episode.
You do look cockroachy. Yeah.
You say you look a little roachy.
Y'all eating.
I hate these guys.
I'm tired too. Like, that's why I'm laughing at
Hey, I want to fight one of y'all. No cap. Hey,
this a nigga ready. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm with it.
You
Like,
got red on.
yeah,
Shout
man.
out to Hoop State.
I'm supporting the black businesses, even though I
Yeah.
think a white man on it.
Yeah.
hey, you know, last year as a community, we put 1.3 trillion into black businesses, and it only circulated. We spent 1.3 trillion in black businesses, and only 3% of that was put back into black communities.
So is that on the black businesses?
Yeah,
They fucking us. Everybody want Brazilian butt lifts, but don't want no black butt lift.
Wow.
Okay, and with that, I did see something.
They
I did see
don't want
something the
ass
other
like
day.
Chad.
I did. I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna work.
Nah,
I tried again.
you look like you the one with wings. You better leave me alone.
Yeah, somebody said you do like a starfish. I could see me going to Harris Teeter now.
Was that Tony?
But look,
I did.
so I seen somebody pose a question: do we hold black businesses to a higher standard? You know,
Then white businesses.
yeah, because like they use an example.
We do.
You know, we go to McDonald's, they fuck up our order. Guess what? Next week we're right back at McDonald's again. But you know, we go to a black business and they fuck up whatever the product was or the service was, and you say, you know what? I'm never going back.
This is why I don't deal with black business.
Why is that?
You want me to tell you why?
It's the same reason why we all prefer white doctors and shit like
Who
that.
said that?
White dentists.
Is that
I
just
actually
you?
prefer an Indian doctor.
Same shit.
I ain't gonna take me touch. I don't know her, but I do know her. But we supported her through college, and so I don't. But I don't care what doctor works on me as long as I get fixed. But when McDonald's fuck up our order, what happens? What do they say to us? They say, sorry, let me redo this. Some of these businesses don't have very good customer service skills. When I mean business, black businesses. They don't have the wherewithal to say, hey, I'm sorry, let me replace this. They basically were like, look,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
and that's why some people
you don't need to come back. It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've seen plenty, and this is not. And when I say this, this is more for the black women than it is anything. Because I've seen a lot of posts where black women go to these black hairstylists, and these hairstylists are very fucking rude to them. Like they're like.
They show up late.
They're smoking cigarettes in the salon.
Yeah,
they talking to their nigga in the salon.
Yeah, like you're talking about like, okay, you set an appointment for 2:00, you don't get your hair done to fucking 4.
Yeah, they call him the weed man to drop something off. I mean,
so and I've seen the texts and all that, and I'm like, these excuse my language, these bitches are fucking rude.
I mean, and that's not the entirety of it though. I mean,
that was just my
it's more than that. Like. Ultimately, I look at it from the standpoint of, you know, I want you to be the next multi-billion-dollar corporation. I am gonna hold my own people to a higher standard. Okay, you're trying to get to, you make whatever. You got a little fish stand out here in Durham. You trying to get to a storefront. You ultimately want to put one here, one in Durham, one in Charlotte. Maybe another states at some point. Like you gotta start somewhere, and I'm sure you're gonna have to put some fucking work in. You're gonna have good service. You're gonna have to put out a good product, and you are gonna make mistakes. And it's how you handle those mistakes, that helps your fucking. We call it a net promoter score. What is the likelihood of you coming back to my business?
My joint is 60.
That's very low.
It is, but I got it up from 47 in 3
I'm
months.
sitting at 100% right now, but and that's also related to survey culture and all that other shit. But you got to make me want to come back and give you an investment that I'm going, with my return, I'm going to shit it out in 30 minutes. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're going to charge me $18 for a fucking fish plate.
It better be worth that $18.
And not even just the taste. I expect the service and everything else that's coming with it be top fucking notch. Because again, in 30 minutes, I'm going to shit this bitch out. And I'm probably never going to come back to your raggedy ass fish stand.
And I also think it comes with, because a lot of these people who do create these businesses were in retail before. And with us being in retail before, we're not going to let a customer talk to me the way they did when we were basically the customer service representative. Because people always say you act like you the fucking owner. Okay, now I am. Now what?
Yeah.
What you gonna do? Because me, if I become a black, I'm ready to scrap on everybody. But I also know if I want somebody to come out, I can't treat them like a fucking dog and think they gonna really come back. Because that one person you dog out, they gonna tell 4 people. Those 4 people gonna tell 4 people. So, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like I don't mind supporting businesses. I don't mind supporting anybody. I will give to whoever. I'll give people my last because I want to see everybody succeed. Yeah. Look, ladies, and this is, don't judge. I will give you $10 for your OnlyFans because I feel like you need it more than I do because you started this. Not trying to be funny. I'm just being honest.
She said my generation made prostitution. We're way too comfortable.
Yeah. But my thing is, she started this because I felt like this is what she thinks she needed to do to get to, $10, but I won't look at it. I won't look at it.
And then here's another thing.
I don't even know if it's that they feel like they need it.
Well, I ain't gonna say, but that's what I'm saying. This is their business that they're starting, so I'm like, here's $10.
I think we're in a time where shit gets trendy and people just like to hop on with whatever is trending.
Yeah, I put my dick on it. One of us already did.
I refuse to believe that a lot of these women need OnlyFans accounts to survive and live day to day.
I've seen some of them.
Don't get me wrong. I believe there are some that need them, but the ones that I feel like the ones that are the OnlyFans accounts that really are worth having, them females don't need that shit. They really don't need that shit.
But a lot of them, there's a lot of them making a lot of money. I know it's a girl from where I'm from. Yeah, I think she said she made like $600 in 2 days, and she
what I don't understand is every one of the females, let's say you're on Twitter and you actually go to their page, all of them are top 1%.
Yeah.
How help me understand.
I feel like OnlyFans has an algorithm where they show them a number to make them feel.
Help me understand the arithmetic behind this.
Make them post more, and it helps their self-esteem because we don't help their self-esteem enough.
So OnlyFans,
OnlyFans is
a form of therapy.
It's a form of therapy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in the top 3% of creators.
And to go back to the business shit, what I was thinking about is Chick-fil-A has absolutely no problem giving you a $15 gift card if they fuck your order. Because guess what? You can come back, spend that $15 gift card, and then come back 50 other fucking times. And then come back 50 other times, and they're going to recoup that $15 they gave you.
And they also say my pleasure when they're done.
Which is like...
McDonald's been trying the thing here.
To reverse my NPS, I walk around with gift cards, 10 of them. So I can't find this bar. You want to try this? Here's a gift card. so I'll pay for it. Just try it and tell me what you think. So I don't
like a substitute for whatever. Like, but it's like,
but I already paid for it because I'm giving you the gift card for it. So yeah, customer service is everything. Like I got cussed out today for something I didn't do, but I was like, I'll handle it. And they're like, all right, thank you. And he came back in. He's like, did you talk to her? And he see me talking to her. He's like, I just wanted to make sure you were doing what you said. He's like, I'll be back because I was definitely about to go on Yelp. I really don't care, but
but like, so you support black businesses, right? And like I said, do you find the reason why
Kardashian.
Yeah, he got a Tekashi 6ix9ine hat on right now.
Yeah. That nigga said. That nigga said, yeah, what you say? You don't need his fire when you in the club? No, you don't
need the security that got my fire on me in the club.
Yeah. Fuck Tekashi, bitch ass nigga. I can't wait for him to get blasted on. I can't wait.
We got anything else, Blake?
Yeah, man.
We got like 15 more.
We got 30 seconds. Come on.
B. Simone and our expectation.
Can we cancel B. Simone? What's the next one?
She got good titty though. I give her that. Yeah, she got good
You seen
titty.
her OnlyFans?
She had OnlyFans?
Hell no.
But I know her book was stupid. But anyway.
We did it in here.
Yeah.
Cut and paste.
It's that
back.
big,
It was that.
But she basically was telling women that if you're gonna want this from men, you need to bring that to the table too. Because a lot of women expect more than they give, and I don't like it either. That's why I'm single.
And then the other part of that is, do men set low expectations for women?
We do.
We do.
Contrary to popular belief, we want to be loved too.
Yeah.
We don't want to just dog y'all the rest of our life.
And I also think it's natural because we're going into it knowing we're gonna provide anyway.
Yep. That's what I was saying.
So she ain't gotta have it all.
Yep.
Cause basically it's bred in our DNA, especially as black men, to basically give 70 and get 30, or maybe basically give 80 and get 20. Cause like our grandparents did everything, like our granddads anyway. Your grandma basically cooked and cleaned all the time.
That's it.
Yeah.
And fucked. Like, that's all they did. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, and that's what I'm saying.
They had 12 kids apiece.
Exactly.
That's
and
crazy.
your grandma had 12, but your granddaddy had 16.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, that's crazy.
And
all people born in like the 30s and before. Shut up, Chad.
I mean,
got like 10 kids.
Papa Was a Rolling Stone was a song for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, I think like my granddaddy is the only granddaddy without having, he doesn't have
Granddaddy's
other
and
kids.
truck
he
drivers.
cheated.
He probably did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But the reason why men got away with cheating in the 60s and 70s because they did everything.
Yeah.
You can't tell that man to not go fuck another woman.
And women couldn't get jobs too, though.
And,
You
yeah,
gotta
they
remember
could.
that. It was in that time.
So
man.
they had to do this thing called shutting the fuck up.
Now these hoes out here driving tractor trailers.
Yeah.
Like,
I seen one. She had a goatee.
Yeah. I told y'all when I was on the way to, where was I going? Florida, I think. A woman pulled up in the right lane beside me. I'm like, oh shit, she hauling a big thing, you know what I mean? And I hit her with the, like, two-door, bitch, you know? And she tooted, and I'm all excited and shit. And, she sped off, and I'm chilling, and she creamed the fucking exit. I heard, I said, that's like, she need to go park. She need to go park this way.
Woo, boy.
This way don't let y'all do shit.
Right. Her mama ain't get her a big wheel. Her brother got one.
Yeah, MJ also said women shouldn't be referees and umpires and shit like that.
I ain't gonna lie. One of them women referees made me lose $200 2 weeks ago, and I'm still pissed off about it.
It wasn't her fault.
Her name was Sarah something. I can't remember what her name was. She was kind of thick too, but she had a mask on. But I just knew she was fine on the sideline. You seen her? She was blonde, but she was making some terrible pass interference calls that week. And yes, I cut the camera. I'm gonna fight this motherfucker. So this camera got on everything I love. I said, boy, fuck you with that damn shit. Well, I'm mad as hell. I've been bologna ever since.
Bro, what's the moral for the night, man? What's the wrap up message?
Love your woman and stop worrying about how you love your woman. Just love your woman the way you want to love your woman.
Good night.